Welcome back, artists. This week we're going to be making these cute little yarn wrapped owls. So it's a pretty simple project. You're going to need a piece of cardboard, so a rectangle or a square, and I just cut this off a flap of a box, and then scissors to cut into the cardboard. That's how we're going to attach the yarn, and then to cut out the features. So I used Googly Eyes, but I'm going to, on the video, cut out paper eyes and paper beak and ears, and then I use pipe cleaners for the feet, and then I just got a stick out of the yard to attach it to a stick. So you can also leave the stick off if you don't want to include that. You could just cut out paper feet as well. All right, let's get started on these cute little yarn wrapped owls. Okay, artists, to make our little yarn wrapped owls, you're gonna need a few supplies: a little piece of cardboard, scissors, yarn, paper for the features, a pipe cleaner for the feet if you wanna make feet out of pipe cleaner, or you can use paper, and then a little branch from the yard if you wanna attach it to a branch like mine. So to start, go ahead and just grab your scissors, yarn, and cardboard, and we'll start by wrapping the cardboard for the base. So all I did for this is I'm gonna cut a little slit in the cardboard, and I'm going to unwrap my yarn. I'm using variegated yarn that's different colors, but you can just use solid color, whatever kind you have. And I'm gonna slide this into the cut I just made. So do you see how it stays in place really nicely in there? And then I'm simply gonna just start wrapping it around the whole thing. So try to get close to the top. And then try to just go in a line as best you can. Put this in something. And then I'll speed this up while I wrap the hook. Okay, once you get to the bottom, it should be wrapped like this around on each side. And then you're gonna take your scissors and cut another little slit at the bottom and have it a place where you can then tie your yarn off to the other side. So I'm gonna cut it off of the skein. And then you should have a loose little tail. I'm gonna take this tail and tuck it inside. You could also tape it down if you wanted. So I'm gonna take my scissors and I'm just gonna push it inside of the other wrap part so I don't see it. Okay, so now you should have it wrapped and you shouldn't be able to see any of the openings. And now we're ready to go ahead and start decorating it with some details. So I'm gonna cut out some eyes, and you can see where I did the eyes for before, and I used Googly Eyes last time. So like we always do, fold it in half, and that's gonna make it faster to cut out 2 equal eyes. Now, owls have really big eyes, so I'm gonna cut out 2 matching large white circles. And then I'm gonna go ahead and glue these down. So it's probably gonna be best to use liquid Elmer's glue on this just to make sure it sticks to the yarn. Otherwise, you might have some trouble with a glue stick getting paper to stick to the yarn. So some Elmer's glue on the back, and then I'm gonna glue my 2 whites of my eyes down. And next, if you have Googly Eyes, you can do those, but I'm gonna just take some black paper and glue a center into the eye. So I'm gonna cut out a smaller black circle, mostly circle, and then go ahead and glue those inside. Next, I'm gonna make a beak and ears. So I used orange last time. I'm gonna go ahead and use yellow this time. For the ears, I do want them to match, so I'm gonna leave my yellow paper folded and cut out 2 long and skinny triangles. For the little owl, we call them ears, I guess it's. For these, I'm gonna put a line of glue at the top, and I'm also gonna tuck them into the yarn so they dry kind of tucked in and stay put. Okay, next I'm gonna cut out a single triangle. So I'm gonna unfold my paper and I'm gonna cut out a wide, shorter triangle for a beak. Okay, looking good. And the next part is I'm gonna tie on the feet. So I'm gonna take a pipe cleaner, I'm gonna use yellow this time, and I'm going to cut it in half. If it's hard for you to cut, get an adult's help. And these are gonna be a foot on each side. So same as we tucked in the ears, I'm gonna feed this pipe cleaner through the bottom. Grab a couple of rows of yarn, and then we'll kind of poke it out like this, and I'll show you what we're gonna do in a minute. Got a little piece of paper on there. Okay, so you should have your pipe cleaners fed through like this. Looks kind of cute like that. You could leave it. I'm gonna pull them and fold them over. So you should have two ends sticking out. So what I did next with this part is I twisted this together. At the bottom. And now I'm gonna grab my twig and I'm gonna wrap these loose ends around the twig so that it stands on it. So I'm gonna put half of it in the back and half in the front. And I'm just gonna twist these pipe cleaners around my twig. Okay, once you get it tied on, you can see it's actually pretty secure, and then it looks like the owl is hanging onto it. So I'll show you the original too. Okay, these are so cute. If you guys want, send us a picture and show us what you are working on. Otherwise, I'll see you here next week for another art project. Have a good week, everyone. Bye.